Today on Reeces Review, we will be looking at the JDH x93 Concave. Some of its main features are the 95% Japanese carbon, the 24mm extra low bow, the drag fit groove, and finally the tapered toe. So let's get into it. This stick is part of JDH's x93 range, which is the range with the highest percent of carbon, making it the stiffest out of all their ranges. All the sticks in this range feature 95% Japanese carbon. The x93 Concave has the biggest and lowest bow in the x93 range. It has a 24.75mm bow located 200mm from the bottom of the stick. The x93 Concave is designed for drag flicking, and it features a drag fit groove, which is located 150mm from the bottom of the stick. The x93 Concave also features JDH's signature tapered toe. This is designed to give you more control when the ball is in the hook of your stick. Here at Field Hockey For You, we had great fun testing and reviewing the stick. We managed to get some great shots and footage of the stick. And if you want to see some bloopers, make sure you stick around to the end. The high carbon content was very noticeable from the start when using the x93 Concave. The stick is very stiff due to its high carbon content. This means the stick gives a lot of feedback, so you really feel the vibrations of the ball on your stick when dribbling. I personally enjoy it when it came to dribbling, and the feeling was quite satisfying. However, using the stick for long periods of time or when it's cold can often leave your hands feeling rather tender, which happened to me. The extra low bow makes it very easy to get under the ball for aerial skills. I found it very easy to pop the ball in the air with minimum effort. The tapered toe made it even easier to lift the ball on the reverse side of the stick. This in combination allows for some great aerial skills and gives you the confidence to take on and eliminate players. This is one aspect I really enjoyed about the stick, as I tend to use aerial skills a lot when I play. I didn't expect the tapered toe on the JDH x93 Concave to make such a big difference, but it really surprised me. It makes it a lot easier to get the ball into the hook of the stick, which allows you to spin effortlessly. This just gives you confidence, which makes you perform these skills even better. Next, passing and receiving. Passing was another aspect I really enjoyed. Whether it be short or long ones, the stick made it easy. The high carbon content made it easy to get power behind the passes. However, if you missed pass the ball, you could really feel the feedback. Receiving was not a strong point of the stick. The high carbon content didn't make too much of a difference, however, it was big enough that I noticed it. Due to the stick's stiffness, it's not very forgiving on your first touch. However, I feel it's something you can get used to. Next, slapping. As someone who does not slap much, I found it very easy and enjoyable to slap with the x93 Concave. You can generate some good speed without too much effort if you connect with the sweet spot of the stick. The stiffness of the stick helps transfer the power into your slaps, giving you more speed. At first I thought the drag fit groove on the x93 Concave would affect my slapping. However, since the drag fit groove is not that deep, it did not affect my slapping as I thought it would. If anything, it aids you when you try a fake slap or perform a slider, as it accelerates the ball as it slides off the face of your stick. Overheading with this stick was the same for me as when I used sticks with similar bow. It's easy to throw an overhead from halfway to the edge of the D. However, when I try to throw it further, it's more difficult and more inconsistent. Overheads aren't a big part of my game, though I do throw an odd one every now and then, and I'm comfortable doing so with the stick. A player with better overhead skills, I'm sure would enjoy the stick and have no problem using it. Using the stick for penalty strokes was quite nice. I could easily go high or low without any trouble. It gives you a nice amount of control. However, if you really want to go in the top netting, it requires a little bit more effort and focus, but I managed to do so without too much trouble. It just takes a bit of getting used to.
Same spot. Still isn't it off? Turn right. Oh, there we go.
Drag flicking. This stick is a drag flick stick in the X93 range. The JDH x93 Concave is designed for drag flicking, with a drag flick groove on the bottom of the stick designed to aid the flick and create more speed when flicking, with the ball moving up and down the stick. The positioning of the groove is in a great position, very close to the bottom of the stick. It is noticeably lower down on the stick than the groove on the Adidas DF24, which was the first stick to implement this technology. Since I haven't played hockey in 4 months due to lockdown, it took me a while to get back into flicking. However, it was easy enough with this stick. It doesn't disappoint and I enjoy flicking with it, and I'm sure most drag flickers would agree it's a good stick to drag flick with. Shooting. You can get a lot of power transfer with the stick due to the high carbon content and the stick being so stiff. The feedback you get from the stick being so stiff was something I really didn't like. It gave me a lot of shock when hitting the ball, and this was especially bad if you mishit the ball. Even when hitting the sweet spot of the stick, I still find the shock to be quite uncomfortable. This made my hands very tender when using the stick, and you might notice this in the video. However, if you do connect properly, you can get a lot of power from the stick. I recommend putting on an extra grip to soften the shock, and this might do the trick.
Oh, top ends. Oh, top ends.
Backsticking the stick was a bit of a mixed bag. I personally love shooting on my backhand, so this is a key point for me. When I connected, the ball flew with the stick and felt really good. However, I tended to get under the ball, causing it to lift much higher than I wanted. This happened quite often when I was trying to shoot well on the run. I was a little bit disappointed in this area and I felt it could have used a bit of work. Overall, the JDH x93 Concave is a quality stick. I really enjoyed the feel and control when dribbling with the stick, as well as the tapered toe that aided me getting the ball into the hook of the stick to be able to complete spins. It really should be used by more brands. The only downside of this stick was the amount of feedback and shock it gave. However, some players might enjoy this, but I personally don't. The backstick could have also used a bit of work, as I often got under the ball. But other than that, it was a great stick. If you like your stick to have high feedback and want a stick that gives you a lot of power as well as the extra edge for drag flicking, this is a good stick for you. Thanks for watching, we really appreciate the support. Comment down below if you have any questions for us, or just to let us know what you thought. If you enjoyed the video, like it so we know that you enjoyed it, as well as check out our Instagram for more content. We'll be aiming to post these videos once a week, so if you want to keep up to date, make sure you subscribe. Now for some bloopers.
Steady bit. Focus.
Nailed it!
Thanks for watching and catch you in the next one.